Ladies and gentlemen, it's your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, bringing you this week's edition of High Class Wrestling Monday Mayhem. Iceman will not be joining me at commentary as he is in the back preparing for a main event contest for this evening. So we're going to get right into things as we start off with Matt Lewis taking on the ultra-violent champion, the man himself, Azriel, who's been on a hell of a winning streak since he got that belt. Matt Lewis, since he has come back, has also been on a winning streak, so I'm very intrigued to see where this matchup is going to go. We've been waiting to see a contender step up for Azriel. We thought it was going to be X Factor. X Factor got beat, didn't want to wait for the pay-per-view. So apparently Azriel now has no opponent for the pay-per-view. Matt Lewis is trying to step in. If he can pick up the victory tonight, then he could end up being the opponent at Uprising this weekend. Or is Azriel just going to beat him like he's beat everybody else and not have a pay-per-view match? Either way, it could happen. But we're going to get into it. Got a random mocking tweet from the Iceman himself as he quote-unquote sends out nonsense. We're getting into it now as Lewis makes his way to the ring. Looking excited for this match tonight. Lewis in great shape. Put on about 10 to 15 pounds of muscles. He's coming back. Grove Street Goon himself, as was coined by Iceman. And the champ makes his way. Laser pointers on the belt. Slowly but surely, the earthbound angel on his way down. Oh, it's Flinny Mac. A tweet from Flinny Mac. It's that brash guy with the stash guy, the pasty flake dominating with frenemy J-Bake. Digging it. Definitely digging it. Azriel looking calm, cool, and collected per the use. Get things started, Lewis and Azriel. Lewis backed up into the corner. I'm sorry, backed into the ropes. We don't go to the corner this time. Look for the break. Get a clean break. Lock up, center of the ring. Matt with the arm wringer. Working the momentum. A little bit of leverage, kicks the leg out. Azriel, Irish whip into the corner. Huge Irish whip. Slamming his back. Drop kick to the back of the head from Azriel. And one to the side of the head now. It's good to see Azrael in a match that isn't hardcore stipulations. You can see the actual wrestler that he is. Puts Matt in the corner. Matt reverses it. Gets an elbow for his troubles. Fireman's carry takeover by Lewis. Sidestepped in the right hand from Azrael. And one from Lewis. We're going back and forth to start this one off. Big kick to the gut. Knee to the chest. Overhand. Sets him up on the ropes. Irish whip to the opposite side. Hits that leaping clothesline. Working on the neck, Azrael trying to hold the champ down. Going to the first cover of the match early. Ref sees a hand on the rope. Lewis with that overhand one more time. Azrael whips him over up to the floor. Azrael's home now. We've seen this as Azrael of late, slamming the torso into the apron multiple times. He runs and drops that elbow. Just throwing Lewis all around the arena right now. This is not hardcore rules. You're going to have to get him back in. I agree with Iceman. These new refs are awesome. No more shenanigans at all. Huge standing clothesline. Kick to the spine. Azrael playing no games tonight. Been on a roll. We said it. And he's setting up that big drive-by boot. Pulls Lewis to the center. Drops down into the cover. Hooks the leg. 2 count. Lewis up. Gonna try to avoid. Last thing he wants is to get hit with that fall from grace. Just raking the back. Goes for it. Lewis grabs him. Hits that forearm. Rake of the eyes from Lewis. Both men fighting dirty tonight. There it is. Setting up that 10-piece. And the uppercut. Grab those ropes one more time. Matt's going to have to start dragging him into the center. With that big boy. Huge right hand. Takes the champ off his feet. Slides him away from the ropes. Into the cover. Azrael at it too. Still has life in him. Lewis with that running neck snap. Going up top. Very uncharacteristic of Lewis. Hits that rotating elbow. It's all Lewis right now. Irish whip into the corner. Azrael boot out. Azrael with that right hand. Forearm. Twisting into that reverse DDT. As the Twitter feed is exploding between Iceman and Flynn. And now a Showtime appearance. Matt blocks the leg, goes into the Boston Crab while I'm in the middle of talking. Putting the pressure on the champ. Ref is right there. Versus out of the Crab. Laying in those overhand forearms. Sits him down with the neck breaker. Snappers him over. Working on that rear chin lock. Azrael trying to prove that he can do it in a regular one-on-one contest, the same as he does in one of those ultra-violent matches where anything goes. But Lewis fights his way to his feet with the jawbreaker. Goes to the right and gets a big slap to the face, followed by that drive-by boot. Turns him over. Hooks the leg. Ref down for the count. Lewis out at 2.9. Got to get to his feet. Both men up. And he walks right into it. The fall from grace, center of the ring. That's got to be it. Lewis away from the ropes. And that's all she wrote, folks. Azriel continues his role. Undefeated since winning that title. Great back and forth action. You see that knockout right earlier in the match from Lewis. Azriel fighting back with a series of strikes. Pulls him into the center. Is that rotating reverse DDT? See Lewis going for that big uppercut. Gets that slap followed by the drive-by. It's the beginning of the end. And both men fought to their feet. Lewis turned right around into a fall from grace. Azriel wasting no time there, dropping him in the center. Into the pin. Your winner, the ultra-violent champion, Azriel. So as of now, there is still no contender for that belt. I'm sure we'll come up with something. Hell of a way to start the show there. Great performance from both men. It's the type of thing you live for in this business. So we have a special attraction match in the Super Junior division. Blanco Guerrero won himself a couple matches the past few weeks. Said he wanted a shot at the champ, non-title of course. So it'll be Blanco Guerrero, Blanco Cinco as he's called by Iceman, the White Warrior, versus the future Bryce Warren, Super Junior champion. Iceman lobbying for Fergal to get the ultra-violent shot. He already has himself a shot. We get things started. Blanco doesn't even have a chance to get out of his shirt. Bryce Warren's right on him. Either that or he's just trying to sell himself some merch. Lock up. Side headlock by Blanco. Turns it around to that high wrist lock. Go behind hammerlock from Bryce. Putting the pressure on the elbow. Reversal by Blanco. Shrugs him off. Side step from that right hand to the gut by Bryce. Nice move off the ropes. Catches him coming back with a beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Blanco fights his way to his feet. Gets a little bit of help from Warren. Into that super kick early. Spins him 360. Just stomping away at Blanco. That is not what Blanco was wanting this early in the match. Slides out of the ring, try to catch the composer. Nope, right back in. Strikes from Blanco, hits that standing drop kick. Both men exchanging strikes. A seated drop kick by Warren. Blanco to the outside one more time, but right back in. Catches Bryce mid taunt. Hits him with that beautiful belly to back suplex. Blanco now working on that left arm. Just stomps the elbow. Looks at that Michinoku driver. Warren slides out the back, kicks the leg. turns him over with that code blue neck breaker. First cover of the match, down, hooks the leg. 2 count, Blanco out. Bryce pushing the advantage. Blanco fights his way out. Right hand to the gut. Super kick of his own. Drags him to the center, hooks the leg. Drop kick to the back of the head. Huge judo toss. Pulls him back to his feet. Warren has him up. Fireman's carry neck breaker. Into that cover, hooks the leg. Blanco out. As Iceman has listed the top 5 wrestlers in high-class wrestling. Nice move off the ropes. Tosses him up into that elbow. That could be it. Blanco down. Barely kicks out. Slides the shoulder. Iceman says top 5 wrestlers in high-class wrestling. Number 1, himself. Number 2, Fergal Flynn. Number 3, Azriel. Number 4, Bryce Warren. Number 5, Hyper Suzuki. I feel like Iceman's opponent tonight might have a problem with that. Jay Bake not being on that list as Bryce Warren slides out. Hits that neck breaker. Blanco pops to his feet. Runs under the drop kick. Gets that clothesline. Bryce blocks the second. Forearm. Whipped into the corner. Elbow out from Blanco. Gets that blocked one more time. There it is. Fireman's carry neck breaker. That could be it. Blanco got it stopped twice. That's all she wrote. Bryce Warren proving why he is the Super Junior champion. That was a lot quicker than we thought it would be. There's that huge super kick from Blanco. Returning the favor from Bryce at the beginning of the match. Bryce Warren proving why he is the future of high-class wrestling and why he has a tight grip on that Super Junior championship that he won in the tournament. Drops him down with a fireman's carry neck breaker. Beautiful move. There it is, Blanco trying to set up those 2 clotheslines into that calf kick. Gets cut off by Bryce. And he gets hit with another fireman's carry. Drop down onto the knee. That's all she wrote for Blanco. At least he got to advertise the new shirt. Warren celebrates high-class wrestling faithful losing their mind. They crowned him the future, not us. Looking like Bryce may be unstoppable in that division. Hybrid champion in action next. Lupac versus Shane Wolf. And it looks like Wolf's going to have a little bit of backup in his corner in the form of Fergal Flynn. Flynn wants to keep a close eye on Lupac leading into that last man standing match. One final tweet from Flynn before he makes his way to the ring. As we see over the shoulder of Flynn, looking in, side headlock takeover. Wolf shoots him off the ropes. Clothesline from Lupac. Arm wringer from Wolf as he goes behind into that hammerlock. Putting all the pressure on the arm. Trying to take some of the strength out of Lupak. Lets him go. Opts instead. Goes into that big half Nelson backbreaker early. Lupak fights out with the boot. Picks Wolf up just to put him back down with that double axe handle to the spine. Shoots him into the ropes. Catches that huge back elbow on the way in. That'll knock out a couple of teeth. Lifts him up with the fireman's carry. Takes him back with the Samoan drop. Going to work on the lower body of Wolf, just driving that knee into the mat. Now just a blatant choke in front of the ref. He has till 5 to release. Alright, slips Wolf into the corner. Goes for that big body splash. Wolf sidesteps, takes the leg, snaps it. Wolf picking apart limbs in this match. Drops the elbow. Thank you, DDT. Lupak slides out with that Russian leg sweep. Into the first cover, hooks the leg. Wolf out. It's going to take a lot more than that to take out Wolf. As he hits that reverse elbow back to his feet. Thinking suplex, reversal by Lupak with the knee. Almost hit the ref, pulls him back into a big boot to avoid disqualification. Always knows where he is. Sits him down, half Nelson Bulldog. Puts himself between the ropes, hooks the leg. Same Wolf out at 2. Lupak trying to end things early. Turns right into that pop-up powerbomb. Off the ropes. Big man down. Into the cover. That was almost it for Shane Wolf. Flynn yet to be a factor in the match. He's trying to get a front row seat at his opponent. Big reverse clothesline. All that weight into the back and shoulders of Wolf as he returns the favor and works on the left arm of Shane now. Go behind. Tossing Tiger suplex. Lupak pulling out all the stops in this one. Trying to show Flynn what he has to look forward to this weekend. Hooks the leg. Wolf out of 2 again. Iceman wants some credit for coining the phrase minute rice. I will say that. I got it from him. As Wolf gets tossed into the corner and stomped. Lupak just putting the boots to him. Pulls him out with that powerbomb. Opts out of the cover. Thought the big man was looking to springboard there for a second. Thought better of it with Flynn leaning into him. But he walks into that huge back heel trip. Lupak grabbing the ropes. Again, great officiating. He sits him down with the curb stomp. Gets himself in between him and the ropes. Lupak kicks out at 2, but barely gets the shoulder up. Shane Wolf has indeed been working out. He's bulked up a bit. Knee to the gut. Thinking neck breaker reversal. Nope, holds on to it. Sits him down with the neck breaker. Wolf looking to make a statement here. Goes behind. Hammerlock lariat coming. Takes him down. Goes into the overhand, into the clothesline, sits Lupac down with his own move. Seems to have busted the champ open. One more huge back heel trip. That could be it. A bloody Lupac kicks out. Turned around into that curb stomp. There it is. That's got to be a wrap. Busted open. Curb stomp the second time. Shane Wolf looking to pick up the victory and does. Pinning the hybrid champion. Less than a week before he's set to defend that title in a last man standing match. Wolf looking to cement himself into that equation. At the very least, getting the next title shot. That half Nelson Bulldog beginning of the match. See the pop-up powerbomb from earlier. Big height, big slam. Wolf getting cocky, hits him with his own move. The beginning of the end for Lupac there. You see this huge back wheel trip. Extra stank on the STO variation. Did not get the 3 count, but he knew what he had to do. As he caught Lupac, that kick to the gut. All the height in the world on that curb stomp. And that's all she wrote. No interference from Flynn whatsoever. No excuses. Seems like Flynn may have given him a little bit of advice, and the advice worked. As Shane Wolf picks up a victory over the hybrid champion. Will he be hybrid champion after this weekend after suffering a handful of losses? It's not looking too good for Lupac right now. The run may be over. And boy, am I excited for this one. Any high-class wrestling fans that have been with us from the beginning know exactly what's about to happen. It's the triple threat. Well, 2/3 of the triple threat. Versus Turbo Team. A match that has main evented almost more pay-per-views than anyone. A rivalry dating back over a decade. 2 of the most dominant tag teams in history go at it one more time. This time in front of a new audience, in a new arena with a new owner who just happens to be the guy in their corner, Jeff Powell. Also the guy that Bake beat down a couple of weeks ago. Still looking for revenge from that. Mike Morgan and Steve Taylor versus Wizard and Superstar. As Iceman points out right there, very, very old school. Been looking forward to this all week. We've had to keep it a secret. This is for the old school fans indeed. I'm one of them. I was there as a no-name wrestler at one point watching these 2 teams' main event pay-per-views for the tag team championships. And now, just for the hell of it, we're going to do it one more time. Everyone needs to buckle up for this. This is going to be a good one. Still to come, 2 main events, including a cage match and a grudge match. The Washington, D.C. crowd ready. Excuse me. As Jeff Powell leads his boys to the ring. The triple threat is in the building one more time. I agree with Iceman. These two teams have definitely paved the way for today's tag teams and the single stars. The man who runs the place accompanies his boy to ringside. Still, we'll never get used to Jeff Powell wearing a suit. Used to those purple trunks and a triple threat t-shirt. The big man, Mike Morgan. The cocky Steve Taylor. And the boss, Jeff Powell, the main event. They wait for their opponents. Turbo team amped up. One more ride. Bringing back one of the oldest rivalries ever. Extremely excited for tonight. Starting it off, Mike Morgan, superstar. Ring that bell. Let's get this going. Superstar first takedown. Gets pulled into that big shoulder of Mike Morgan. The goon from Saskatoon. Puts him on those ropes. Could be thinking slingshot. Instead, just hangs him up right in front of his partner. Big kick. That's not a kick that you want to take to the chest by any means. Goes for that figure four to the leg, to the head, I'm sorry. Superstar fights out. Shot off the ropes with all the speed. Catches him coming in with the flapjack, though. Looking for that big lariat that we've seen in the past from Morgan. Now Superstar wisely working on the legs of the big man. Wrong side of town. Wrist clutch suplex. Suplex counter at one. Trying to keep the big man down. And that doesn't work. Fireman's carry takeover. Oh, big T-bone suplex. Did not think he would get him up for that one. Going for the early pin. Morgan having absolutely none of it. Superstar continues to ground him. It's the only thing that's going to work in this match. Do not want to let the big man get going. As the original Buzzsaw himself, Wizard, enters the match. Immediately walks into a huge fall-away slam. Suplex counters it too. As Iceman just pointed out, Steve Taylor tagged in. We get one from Wizard. Suplex counter at 3 with that belly to back. Taylor sweeps the leg. Just putting the boots to Wizard's face. Snap jam into that clothesline. Couple of more stomps. Wizard fights his way back up and gets put right back down with a clothesline. Wizard yet to get out of the blocks here. Steve Taylor working on that leg. Catches him in the Jersey Turnpike. Drops him center of the ring. Wizard out at 2. Steve whips him into the corner. Wizard fights his way out. Hits him with that Wizard special, down with the neck. Setting up Cyclone early. Gets it. Drops him, catches his legs on the ropes too. Extra stank on it. Steve Taylor out at 2.5. Superstar back in. Backflips out of that suplex, no sir. Steve Taylor slides out. Hits the suplex anyway, belly to back. We're at 4 now. Big man in again. Star cuts him off. Just huge takedown there. Superstar out at 2.5. Raining the elbows down on the arm and neck. Big spine buster. Superstar out, almost a 3 count. Wizard begging to get back in there. Spins him loopy. Whips him into the corner. Looking for it. Looking for that powerbomb neckbreaker combo. Catches him midair. That's it. Like Morgan cuts off Wizard. Superstar somehow out. Stomps on the elbow. Gets in the corner one more time. Superstar fights his way out. Jeff Powell on the outside talking to Mike Morgan. Superman punch from Superstar. Jeff Powell is livid outside, throwing steps, yelling at fans. He thought the powerbomb neckbreaker combo was it. Superstar doing the smart thing, getting out of there. Wizard runs into a boot. Snap DDT. Going up top. Drops the elbow to the heart. Big German suplex from Mike Morgan. Suplex counter now at 5 as he catches Superstar with that one. Drop kick to the back of the head on Wizard. Mike Morgan sends Superstar to the outside. Kick to the face. Turns him around. Tiger suplex. No bridge. Suplex counter at 6. 5, 6. I've lost count. Too many. Jumping forearm. And a second. Wizard ducks under into that Pele kick. Sets up that big 540 boot to the side of the head. Not looking good for Steve Taylor right now. Wizard pulls him away from the ropes. Into the cover. Both partners in. This time Superstar catches the big man with a German of his own. Somewhere around the 7 mark. 8. Northern Lights on the Jeff Powell on the outside. Wizard Cyclone on the inside on Steve. Wizard going up top. And gets caught with the sudden death. You gotta think he was thinking 450. Steve Taylor having exactly 0 of it. And that's it as Mike Morgan catches Superstar with a huge backbreaker. Sudden death out of absolutely nowhere. And I'll say what the hell I want when it comes to saying out of nowhere, too. See the Jersey Turnpike earlier in the match. God, that was a hell of a match. And we got the 2 on that. We were thinking final threat early. Wizard fights his way out of the corner with the Wizard special. At 450. Sorry, that was a 540. He was going for a 450 next. Here it is. Wizard thinking 450 for the win. Steve pops up into the sudden death. Losing his mind. Crowd going crazy. Mike Morgan cuts Superstar off at the pass with the backbreaker, and that's all she wrote, folks. The triple threat, proving why they were the most dominant faction in high-class wrestling history. Steve Taylor bloody but not broken. The triple threat is back, folks. And that's absolutely terrifying for the roster. Wow. And how do you follow that? You follow that with a heated rivalry that will be concluding in a steel cage between Razor Jones and Showtime. As Flynn and Iceman continue to go back and forth on the tweets. It's been non-stop between the 2 of them. Iceman in the back preparing for his main event. Flynn with the easy night off. Iceman says Steve Taylor for hybrid champion. Apparently he wants everybody to be hybrid champion. Bell rings. Cage down. Good old-fashioned cage match. Hammerlock. Razor Jones throws him off. That high belly-to-back suplex. Goes for the climb early. Gets taken down with a belly-back suplex from Showtime off the cage. Showtime climbing. Jones back to his feet. Showtime trying to make it a quick one tonight. As he just pulls Showtime down and falls by himself. Kick to the spine. Showtime out at 1. This is pinfall, submission, or escape the cage tonight. Razor Jones putting the boots to Showtime. Fights his way up to his feet. Fireman's carry takeover. Showtime now trying to climb. Cut off by Jones, pulls him down. There's that breakdancing leg drop. Showtime shoots him off the ropes. Catches him coming back with that sit-out spine buster. Drops both legs to the guts, maybe even the nethers. Who knows? He does it a second time. Nope, opts out for the stomp. Back in the center, drops him with the reverse DDT. Hits that running single leg drop kick. And that's it. No escape necessary. No escape necessary whatsoever. Jones thrown off the cage a handful of times, took a lot out of him, and Showtime took him out of nowhere with that running boot to the face. Started with that inverted DDT. That's it. Showtime says he's done here, moving on to bigger and better things. Celebrating with the crowd. Go into our main event of the evening. Iceman versus Bake. Bake finally gets his hands on Iceman tonight. One-on-one. No title on the line tonight, however. Gotta think that if he pins him, guaranteed title match. Bake has gone crazy over the last month or two. Taking out all of Iceman's friends at house shows. Took out the boss himself a few weeks back. Doing anything to goad Iceman into this match. Iceman refusing to put the title up as of right now. Actually, let me rephrase that. Iceman is not refusing to put the title up. Management is refusing to let Iceman put the title up. Iceman said he would do it for the title just to shut him up and end things. But I really don't think management wants somebody like Bake even having the possibility of being world champion. The DC crowd ready for this main event. Bake looking angry as ever tonight. Flynn saying that management gave Iceman the title and it's a conspiracy. Conspiracy or not, all that matters is he's held on to it since. And the world champion makes his way to the ring. Walking with a purpose. No showboating from Iceman today. He's just looking to get in there. Looks to be all business. It's very uncharacteristic of the Iceman to not celebrate with the fans. How this rivalry has made itself very prevalent in his time. That's all he thinks about is the way that Bake turned his back on him. I doubt we get a clean break here. And we do. Strangely enough, we get a clean break. Main event, Bake Iceman. Extreme Rules. Bake shoots Iceman off the ropes. Iceman hits that clothesline. Bake pops back up to his feet. Iceman now trying to just out-wrestle Bake. We get another clean break. I'm very shocked by both. Ice whip off the ropes. Iceman with that tossing belly to belly. Bake gets back to his feet with a little help from the champ. Lock up. Bake with the arm. Goes behind into a hammerlock. Just tosses Iceman aside. Big right hand to the back of the head. Bake go outside for the first time, looking to pick out a weapon. It's not what you want from him. He has a kendo stick. Takes the kendo stick off Bake. Iceman hits him in the gut. Now to the back. Rolls out of the way of the second one. Takes it back from him. One to the gut. And one to the back for payback. Pulls Iceman from the ropes. Just a big kick to the ribs. Iceman fights his way out. Putting the boots to Bake. Goes to pick him up. Bake with that elbow. Into a walker bomb. Bake slides out. Going for the clothesline. Eats that belly to belly one more time. Looking for that Steel City Lariat. That old school elbow drop from Iceman. First cover of the match, hooks the leg. Iceman thinking those elbows. Bake slides out one more time. T-bone suplex this time. He cannot get that Steel City Lariat. Snaps down that jumping complete shot. Elbow drop, middle of the back. Champ staying on Bake. Can't let him get any momentum here. Pulls him into the Revolution early. Drops him down. Bake got it too. Center of the ring. Snaps off the Russian leg sweep. Looking to set up an icebreaker here. Drops him down center of the ring with the icebreaker. Bake slides out at 2.5. Iceman continues to put the boots to him. Into another cover. Not giving Bake any room to breathe here. He knows what he has to do. Bake into a man, get out of here. A little bit of payback. Spins him out, drops him on his face. Turns around into the cover. Iceman slides his shoulder at 2.5. Showboating from Bake. As the champ makes his way to his feet. Nice whip into the corner. Huge clothesline. And another for good measure. Pulls him out into the center with that sidewalk slam. Huge Steel City lariat. Puts himself between the champ and the ropes. Bake almost had it. Iceman kicks it too with authority. Back to his feet first. Taunts. Walks into a man, get out of here. Picked the wrong time to taunt. Bake playing possum. Pops back up to his feet. That's the second man, get out of here. Hooks the leg. That could be it. And that's it. Bake has pinned the world champion. If that does not earn him a shot, I don't know what does. Management cannot deny it anymore. They did everything they could to keep him from the belt. Iceman was having none of it, said he wanted this match. Bake pulls out the victory. You see that revolution early. I don't know how Bake was even able to kick out of that back-to-back succession of revolution followed by icebreaker that we're about to see here. That man is fueled by pure hatred at this point. Oh, such a devastating move, and he somehow kicked out. See that clothesline into the corner, into the sidewalk slam. Pulls him to his feet with this huge lariat. That's more than a clothesline there, folks. That's a full-blown lariat. That's very Stan Hansen-like. And the man, get out of here, that ended it all. Bake hooked the leg closest to the ropes just for good measure. Ref counts 3. Now just taunting the ref. This is not what Iceman wanted. The last thing he needs is Bake with some kind of momentum. And we end things with the man who's been terrorizing high-class wrestling with his hand held in victory. That's going to do it for today's show, folks. Hopefully Iceman's okay. Saw a lot of good matches here tonight. So yet again, I will say it because people love it. This has been your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B-I-double, signing off. We'll see you for Throwdown. Have a good night, folks.